As the old saying goes, new year, new me. I have finally become a tablet player with this tablet thing right here. Maybe some people are having New Year's resolutions to lose some weight or to go to the gym this year, but my New Year resolution is become a tablet player, and I've already kind of fulfilled it anyways. But I guess it's not really my New Year's resolution. I'm having more of a New Year's resolution to shed some pounds instead. But in the topic of that tablet New Year's resolution thing, I just wanted to detail in this video about my experience of tablet, why I even switched to tablet in the first place, because I'm traditionally a mouse player for like 1,000 hours or something. I just wanted to tell my 3 to 4 week journey playing tablet because I did document it, and I just wanted to share my experience with it because I feel like it might be useful to some people that might be on the edge to switch from mouse to tablet or tablet to mouse, whatever the heck. And I do just want to say that I did try to switch to tablet before when I played tablet for a week, and honestly, a week is not enough time for you to fully switch to become a tablet player if you played so much mouse, because it's just so different from mouse. But after about 2 weeks or so, it's just like it feels like it's mouse again. I think my aim personally, after about 3 weeks of tablet, it did get better in some areas, but it got worse in some areas, like in jump. But I'm just gonna explain that some more in the journey. But in that week that I tried playing tablet, I didn't really like it. I'm gonna link the video in the description below if you're curious as to how that went. But in summary, that video, I didn't really like tablet at all. I thought it was like so I just went back to mouse because I just hated playing tablet. So I just want to set the stage for why the week one even happened, for why I even like switch to tablet in the first place. So I always had my bits of playing tablets over the couple months after I played tablet for a week, because my aim is arguably my weakest skill set, as I have the fingers of a god but the aim of like a 727 digit. I'm literally the opposite of those people that say, now all I gotta do is work on my tapping, when they're doing like their crazy relaxed clips on YouTube. So my short bursts of copium are when I play tablet, because I think that if I play tablet, my aim is going to be magically fixed. But then I realize my tablet aim in the short term is worse than my mouse, so I go back to mouse. And then I realize my mouse aim is shit, so the cycle repeats itself. I just go back to tablet, and then I go back to mouse, go back to tablet, go over to mouse. And it's pretty awful. One day, I just decided to play a bit of Osu after like a week break, and my mouse aim is indeed pretty shit. And just to show you guys a video of my mouse aim, the way I aim with my mouse, and grip it, is kind of like how a T-Rex probably holds a spoon in a fork. It just looks really bad. So this basically means that my aim's issue probably isn't from my reading, since reading is probably one of my better skill sets, since I like to play a lot of low AR stuff, and I am decent on high AR but not that great. But I believe it's the physical part of how I am actually aiming my mouse, because the way that I hold my mouse with my grip, it just looks so stupid, and it causes me a lot of pain while I play. I've tried some alternate ways of fixing my mouse aim, like readjusting the height of my desks to aim some better, or to aim with a focus on the right part of the center of mass of my mouse, which basically means that I shift more of my mouse's weight to my ring finger and my pinky finger. It might have worked for a bit, but it didn't work for me that much anymore. And I even wrote like a notepad where in the future, if my aim goes to shit, I can go back to what I did to fix it temporarily. I don't think that trick works anymore because I think I'm just dumb. So basically, we tried a lot of things to try to fix the mouse issue. It might also just because my mouse is just bad for OSU, the G502, but I don't think that's the case, since a lot of other people use it and it works fine for them. Or maybe it's because my sense is too high, because my sense is relatively high to other people, where it's like 2400 1x sense. But I refuse to believe that stuff, and I'm not going to buy another mouse just for Osu. I'm gonna keep my shit consistent, use the same mouse and sensitivity for everything, since I've always been like a high sense mega gamer. I used to play HyperX sensitivity on Minecraft, like the maximum sensitivity on Minecraft, and I used to like Minecraft PvP with that, and I don't really do that anymore. I keep it like 69% sense instead, but that's how it was back then. And I also don't think it's mouse drift on my mouse, because it's pretty hard to drift with a mouse when your sense is so high that your mouse barely moves around the table when you play. So I just don't think it's mouse drift. It's probably my grip. So here comes the tablet, my ultimate solution to all my aim problems with it, lightweight aiming, or so I thought. All right, so we started playing a tablet, and these are my tablet settings, where my area is 67.5 times 37.98. It looks like that. And I do have some filters on with the Haku smoothing filter at latency 5, frequency 1000 hertz. And I also have anti-chatter on. I don't even know what these do, but I heard like on online where they're pretty good, so I just activated them. But those are my tablet settings. But if I were to give any advice for people who are switching from mouse to tablet and want to find what their area is, I think some general procedures is that you want to have your sensitivity be very close feeling to how your tablet area is. So your tablet area and your mouse sensitivity in terms of how much you move your hand while you're aiming with them should be quite similar. I think most people wonder if like 800 DPI 1x sense, and from what I've seen, I think like Vaxay's area helps with that. I don't know what his area is, but I'm pretty sure Vaxay's area does help with that, because I think that area is most likely to be like similar to 800 DPI. And then if you want to be like me with 2400 DPI, you just like divide that area by 3 and just make that smaller, 3 times smaller, make that area 3 times smaller. But I think that's my tip for how you can find your area compared to mouse sense, because I've been struggling to find that for the longest time. But you just want to stick to one area after like finding your area, after you get your sensitivity from your mouse and you convert that over, and then you just stick with it, and then this eventually sticks. On the short burst that I played tablet in my stages of coping, my aim has actually retained itself ever since I played tablet for that 1 week. But now we finally set the stage for why I'm even playing tablet in the first place, because my mouse grip is so bad. Now we're playing tablet for reals now, and I'm just going to show you guys what happened in the next couple weeks. So on my first day of playing tablet, I just hopped on and played a bunch of flow aim stream maps, and I noticed how light and easy it is to aim with the tablet on the flow aim maps. And my hand still cramped a lot. My pen kept slipping and sliding all over the tablet, but I blame these issues due to my lack of stabilizer muscles developed for playing tablet. But also for this first day, I also switched to playing drag instead of hover, since I realized playing hover made my aim more shaky than 5 digits trying to FC sidetrack day. I just wanted to play on drag for a bit, and it felt a lot more comfortable. And there's also some talk about how a hover is arguably better for your tablet, since if you drag, you have to go through more tablets since you will damage them more. But if my tablet breaks, well, I'll just have to go buy another one. It's not a really big deal for me personally. I'm just going to do whatever is comfortable for now. But after that first day of a bit of uncomfortable playing on the flowing stream maps, I also took off my pen nib here. So I play without the pen nib because one of my friends from the Netherlands, he's like some 4-digit god. He told me that if you're playing drag, you want to take off the pen nib since it adds a lot more friction while you're playing. But the one disadvantage with that is that it does make it so you can't click with the pen anymore. But I don't know, it doesn't even matter much. But I took it off, and then I started playing with the pen nib sometimes, and I realized that my pen nib just got completely fucked over, and I can't even like tap with it anyway. So it's just broken now at this point. But it doesn't really bother me that much, because I don't use the pen besides anything for Osu. But in this day, we just started playing some more jumps as well, and I realized that my jump aim is a lot worse than my mouse aim at this point, but my flow aim is substantially better than my jump aim right now. But albeit both aims are worse than my mouse, and I'm thinking that grip tape will probably fix it, because I heard that grip tape's really good if you're trying to play drag. On the next day of day 3, we started playing again at night after I ate like a big ass meal, some chicken thing with Asian seasonings and some meat and alcohol in it, and it made me chill super hard when I played Osu. So I was more relaxed than a freaking blobfish out the ocean. And I was just playing a lot of aim control stuff, and I hit some cool thing on the tablet, but my tablet aim was still trying to get a little better, but I feel like my muscle aim is also getting better with it. And just a side tangent, but I saw this post on Reddit where a guy was rating all the drugs for performance enhancing drugs for Osu, and he kind of said like alcohol, like if you have a little bit of alcohol, then it helps you like chill out more when you're playing Osu and does improve your performance a bit. Like I know one of my friends, like the guy who told me about the pen nib shit, like his name is the Netherlands, like that's what his Osu username is, the Netherlands. And I remember when we played together one time when we were playing a multi, and that guy, he just freaking played the tablet shit, and he drank like alcohol that night, and he was popping off. And it made me realize that maybe alcohol does actually make you play better in Osu. But I'm not saying that you should go drink yourself to death with alcohol while you're playing Osu, but if you have like a little bit, it does maybe make you play a little better. But I'm not here to recommend drugs, okay? I'm just saying what seems to be the case when you take alcohol. But on this day, I also played Rubik's Cube, and I got 15% better act than yesterday, because I did play Rubik's Cube on day 1, which means I'm improving. And I also noticed that I don't feel much pain in my right hand anymore while I'm aiming compared with my mouse, which is nice, because that was one of the biggest reasons why I hated playing mouse, since it hurts to play. But tablet is painless. Also, we got a 12% increase in AC on the Reason map, which is another crazy stream map. So on day 4 of this week, I just hopped on and played a bit of Relax mod, and I know it's relaxed, but I hit this cool thing on Nyan Nyan Drive, which is like a stream map. And I kind of found it annoying when my hand kind of kept slipping off my pen. It feels like I'm playing mouse and my grip got all out of whack. And midway through the session, I realized that this pen slip when I'm playing with the pen is getting pretty bad. So I tested out my aim and jumps on both hover and drag, and temporarily I found my results to be better on an Uber jump map called Nikololi, which I did better on hover, and also played relax streams on Yan Yan Drive and found that my hover aim was a lot more consistent compared to drag, and hover also felt a lot more comfortable. And when I started playing tablet for that 1 week, I did start with playing hover because I just thought it was more comfortable, and it's probably better for the tablet anyways, so I just went to go play hover for now. And I just want to give some notes about this tablet experience, where I like playing tablet because it forced me to play maps that I wouldn't usually play on mouse because I thought they were boring and easy. Because when I was on mouse, I had a bit of an ego and thought I could play anything, but now that I'm on tablet, I realize I can't play shit, and I'm forced to play the maps that I wouldn't have played otherwise. That actually helps me improve overall. And we also played Reason again this day, and our act did improve it. We did better than our hidden hard rock run on mouse, which I know it's hidden hard rock, but still, that's huge improvements. On the next couple of days, I just kept playing flowing maps, and I just kept improving on Reason, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much week 1, where I just played a bunch of flowing maps and got used to the tablet. And then we started week 2, where I just started playing tablet again, and on day 9 I played some hover and noticed my aim is super hard to control because I feel like my muscles are really sore when I'm playing with the tablet in. But I also tried drag for a bit, but I realized it was really bad, so I just went to hover. And my lesson learned from this, I think, is drag is easier to control and is more natural, but you have a lot less potential to aim fast. Hover is hard to control, but easier to aim fast in comparison, in my opinion. But on this day 9, I kind of realized that my aim today might actually be better than my mouse aim of all time. So I'm trying to farm today. I finally got some god modes on the tablet, which are pretty cool, but I didn't really gain much PP today, but I did get a lot of skills, so that's pretty cool. Now, the next day, I just played on a multi with my friends and played a bunch of hidden hard rock, and my jump aim got a lot better. But then on that next day of day 11, I had a bit of an internal conflict about whether I should play hover or drag. I noticed that I kept shit missing on jumps on hover a lot. I hypothesized that I might play jumps better on drag, which would in turn lead me to getting better combo overall. So we played some jumps on Quaver map and on both drag and hover, and I did drag first and got a clean 94%, and then we got the next one of hover and got a 91% with 23 more misses. So this test concludes that drag is probably better for me on jumps than hover for right now, but now I wanted to test my aim on stream. So I played this map called Intuition by Technoplanet and tested on both drag and hover. I did do better on drag than hover and got a 47 miss, while on hover I got a slightly worse score at 62. Earlier in the session, I had a better god mode where I was on hover and I played the same map and got a 31 miss instead, which is weird, but I'm too lazy to play. So my conclusions are that I think I'll just have to drag, since it seems to make me more consistent in my aim right now, which will lead me to having a higher chance to FC maps in the future. So these results were pretty confusing because I thought my hover aim was better for streams when I relaxed, tested both of them. But it might be because I ran out of stamina when I was playing Intuition on my second run on hover, which could have led to less performance. And even if my stamina was the same, I think it's just not worth it to play hover for stream. I could try the method of changing between hover and drag while playing and do hover on streams and drag on jumps, but that's just such a weird way to play the game, and I just didn't do that. And on this day when I was dragging, I also got a pretty cool pass on this cat cinch map, which is a pretty goofy odd map. And we also got our first farm play on this day where I got a 500 on System Sun, which is not that hard. It's pretty easy, like to aim, but I did have the tapping for it already, so that's why I could easily get it. But on the next day, again, I have the same debate of whether I should play hover or drag. I hate the friction of drag, and my pen grip just keeps getting screwed up. So I played some hover and realized that my flow aim was instantly better, but marginally. My jump aim is significantly worse though, and less snappier on hover, but I stand by conclusion that hover allows more freedom of movement, but is a lot more difficult to control. Maybe I was thinking that drag might be better for farming, but hover is super fun in my opinion, and drag makes me feel like I'm playing mouse and I get my aim mind blocked. But I think I'm just gonna go back to hover for this day because it feels nicer than drag at this point. But I'm also thinking that I got my 500 back then because it was a lot better on closer aim compared to hover, because hover you gotta like move all over the place. But I don't know. So on that next day, continuing with the debate between hover and drag, I was kind of playing with my idea to glide while playing drag. So I basically have my pen barely over the tablet while still in contact with it, and this makes my grip is decently loose while I aim, but I try to glide with my pen with a loose grip instead so that I combine the floatiness of hover while still having the snappiness of drag. And I'm currently trying this out and seeing if it works super well, but then I realized that it's kind of bad, so I just went back to hover again. And drag works for like 2 seconds while I'm playing, and then it's bad because my grip just falls off. And I think I'll try drag again when I have some grip tape. I also hit some crazy god modes on this day on Hidden Hard Rock when I was playing hover, which is kind of cool. So on this next day, on the end of the week 2, I put on grip tape on my tablet again, trying to drag again and see if it's better. So we compared drag and hover again on some random DT map, and I did better on hover, which means I'm still better on hover than drag. It might be because I just played hover for more compared to drag, but I feel like the grip tape didn't really change my performance on dragging. So I kept it on for a little bit, but then I just took it off because it didn't make any difference in my performance, and it was kind of awkward to hold it since it just made my hand thicker to hold instead of making it like better to grip. I also played a map called Kokosoko, which is like some aim control-y alt stream map, but I realized that it feels so much better to play it on tablet compared to mouse, and I easily beat my old act on mouse. And on this day, I also finally passed Plasma Gun, the top diff. I know that's not really the craziest map to pass, but I realized that it's a lot easier to aim that map on tablet than mouse, and it's goofy aim is just a lot easier to do on tablet compared to mouse, is my conclusion here. And then we played Kokosoko again and literally got 6% better act, and aim control I just realized it's so much easier on tablet than mouse. It's just a crazy comparison. Now going on to week 3, so day 15, I put on my grip tape again because my grip keeps slipping. We played a bunch of jumps today so I can improve my raw aim so I can improve overall. Today was also the day where I got really mad at my tablet because I was kind of realizing I can't really aim anything when I'm freaking playing jumps, but I think it was just on that day I was pretty tired, so I'm just gonna blame it on that. But on that next day, one of my friends got a score on a map that I've been trying to get for months, but since my friend got that play, I kind of got motivated to go on my Nomad arc again, and I'm just playing streams, but my aim is so bad on drag, so I went back to hover again, and my stream aim suddenly became so good. But this is also the day when I started my big cursor arc, and I went back to 1.25x size. I used to be like 0.8x, but this is my big cursor arc from my Nomad arc, so we just going on with that. And on this day, I was kind of upset at myself because I was just comparing my incompetencies compared to my peers when he like got that pass on it, and I kind of realized that I kind of just have to go on with my own grind and stop comparing myself to others, since everyone is going through their own progress, and it's not fair for me to compare myself to other people when I should just compare myself to my past, because that's just a much more tangible result and it's something to be more realistic about. But on that next day, just continue playing some more jumps and play some streams again. And I just played drag this whole time until I came to this map called Azul Thingy Majiggy, and I played drag and I noticed my aim so bad because there was just so much friction while playing. So I went to play hover on that same play and I infinitely did better. And I also tried jumps on hover and I did marginally better than drag, which is weird because I thought drag aim would be better for jumps, but this means that my hover aim overall is just better than drag. So I guess it was like training ways to play with drag because hover is just a lot more free form to aim with. So I just went to go play hover for now on. And I also think that when I'm playing on drag for a bit, I get a bit more aim control. Like I learned how to control my tablet a bit more. So I continue with hover, I guess. But then on that same day, I also had some sort of conclusion where maybe a solution to fix this hover or drag sort of war inside me is just to alternate between the playstyles, because I think that I might just play hover for a bit, and then if I get tired of that, I go start dragging, and then if once drag starts to suck, then I go back to hover. I feel like this might be the strat because I notice like I have bursts of aim improvement when I do that. But we just tried it for a bit, and I just noticed my aim is pretty similar if I do drag or hover. It doesn't really matter. But on the same day, I also noticed I've been having a lot of pain in my right hand lately when I'm like dragging, and I feel like it might be because of drag. Like it's a very sharp pain, so it's like a pretty bad one. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I just have to go hover from now on instead of dragging. But on that next day of 18, I just played jumps again, and I did improve a bit, but I feel like my hover aim is better than drag, so we just went back to hover. I noticed I'm going back to drag and hover, but I think this is like start of the trend where I just started fully going to hover instead of drag, because I just feel like hover is just, it just feels better than drag right now. But then after that whole thing, I kind of just took a break from OC for like a few days, and I came back and I started playing. It was so fun and awesome, and I got some god modes. But this is also the day when I started trying like a new regimen where I warm up with drag so I can warm up my aim control in the pen, my muscles, and then I gradually go to hover for the rest of the session, because then my muscles know how to control the pen for that session while I can take advantage of the free form of hover. But on that day I also just played a bunch of tech, and it was pretty cool. But then the next day on Christmas Day, I kind of just like, okay, screw that training regimen. I'm just gonna hover for the whole time. So I just started with hover while I'm just playing nomad jumps and streams and all. And I gradually went to my comfort of playing some speed and hidden DT, and it was pretty fun. And we got some cool plays on a map called Sanae-san and Shimbatsu, which is like a speed map. And I can tell that I'm finally improving again ever since I took off hidden, because I realized that when I'm playing nomad again, I can actually aim stuff on nomad and not die, since I'm just reading the circles on the screen and stop missing while I'm on hidden. And I think my biggest mistake for why my improvement was stagnant for the longest time is I just played hidden DT all the time, and I never really played nomad for overall improvement, and I never turned off hidden. I kind of realized that it's best just to do both unless you're a god like Cookiezi, but I think Cookiezi can only get away with going hidden all the way because he's improved his fundamentals so much through playing nomad that his aim is so good that he doesn't have to make micro adjustments to adjust his aim. Like, he just does it, right? Like, that's why hidden is completely fine for him on everything. While my aim is not as consistent, and I won't be able to make adjustments as well on hidden compared to nomad. But I also like a thought where maybe nomad is better for better aim, but Happy might be better on hidden. I'm not really sure, but I hopped in again later and I got a pretty cool pass on the Nanahira Chameleon map. Like, I did upload it on YouTube, but that was pretty sick. On the next couple days, I just kept playing like nomad maps. Like, I got a pretty cool clip on Sidetrack Day where I just hit like the ending of it. Like, it's just so talk Sidetrack Day, and I played it on hidden, and I've been mind blocked on that for the longest time, but we did hit the ending on it on hidden, which is pretty cool. And I also did a little better on Namikata on jumps, and I also played a multi with one of my friends, and it was just pretty chill. We just played a bunch of maps and stuff. And I also hopped on another day of day 24 where I just hit some crazy stuff on Wings of Justice and Reason, and my stream aim got so much better. I think my biggest reason for why my stream aim is getting so much better while I'm playing is that it's because I'm hovering on the tablet and I'm playing nomad, because nomad streams are just a lot easier to play on hidden. Because one of my friends just told me hidden is so much harder than on space streams, and I guess I'm starting to agree with that now, since it's hard to make those micro adjustments when you're on hidden when you're aiming streams, but on nomad you just do it. So that's pretty cool. My aim overall is just getting better. But yeah, over the next couple days, I just kept playing nomad and just kept improving overall. That just brings us to today, where that's kind of the end of my progress, where I played tablet for about a month. And at this point, I think my tablet aim has actually gotten better overall compared to my mouse aim. I think the biggest thing that got better was my stream aim, my flow aim, my aim control. But my jumps are still lackluster compared to my mouse aim. I think that might be because it's just hard to control when you're playing hover, when you're playing jumps. I think I just have to keep chugging jumps until I get better at them, because my jump aim is still worse than my mouse aim right now, but my flow aim and my aim control are just infinitely better, which I think is a huge W, because I don't even like playing jumps anyways. But I'm just gonna have to keep eating my vegetables, keep playing the jumps. But at the end of this journey, I just want to give some reflections and advice about this, where I feel like drag is probably better than hover for overall performance, but I think it's just up to you on whether you want to do drag or hover, like whatever's more comfortable for you. For me, I just had that endless battle between if I should do drag or hover, but I eventually conformed to hover because it just felt more natural for me. And I also realized that playing tablet is a bit of a grass is greener on the other side argument, where you feel like tablet is just going to magically solve all your aim problems compared to mouse. But if anything, I feel like you can do equally better on mouse or tablet, but as long as you're not someone stupid like me and have like a stupid grip on mouse, you can probably improve the same on mouse or tablet. But I do think tablet is more fun than playing mouse, since I kind of got bored of playing mouse just all the time. And it's just a lot more lightweight compared to my mouse, because my mouse is really heavy. So it might have helped in that manner for playing like aim control, like flow aim, where the tablet is really easy to aim around. Yeah, those are my results right there, where my jump aim isn't exactly improved, but my flow aim and my aim control aim is just so much better on tablet. It seems that it took me about 2 weeks or so to finally get adjusted to my mouse aim, but then after the 2 weeks is when I finally started improving again. But those are my conclusions. So yeah, that's kind of why I switched to tablet, and that's my journey. I've been recording for a bit, but yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about tablet. So I'll see you guys in the next video.